Welcome to the You, Me, and Disney podcast. Hi, welcome back. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Shawn. And this is the You, Me, and Disney podcast, an adult humor podcast for Disney adults.
True story.
Go clean that list.
That was perfect. You've only practiced it 15 times.
Nick.
How are things?
We're recording. How you been?
Good. I feel like...
Like we missed a week?
Yeah, I feel like we missed a week. I feel like life just is busy.
It was my birthday.
It was my birthday.
Full transparency. It was our birthdays. We celebrated. So
What'd you get for your birthday?
Oh, I got my Pluto sipper. What did you get for your birthday?
I got my Figment popcorn bucket.
We're at that point in our lives where we're fucking dorks.
Dorks. Straight up dorks.
Well, we got little, but you know what? It actually made me happy. When I saw it, I was like,
He lights up.
and you didn't even know he lit up.
I didn't even know he lit up.
Don't you think? I think Figment should light up. But
I think Figment 100%. Especially because now that I saw Stitch, the Stitch popcorn bucket and his little thing, his little Halloween basket lights up.
when I saw it on the plane when we were leaving, I was a little bummed that we didn't get it. And then that woman in Wexworth with her son, she had it just stuffed under the seat of her. I was like, God, I wouldn't have treated my Stitch popcorn bucket that way.
Nope.
I would have given it love. It was sat on my lap.
Yep.
Buckled it in.
Yep. And
Anyway.
it's so funny because our daughter is obsessed with Figment. Obsessed.
Monica.
Loves Figment.
Monica loves Figment.
I didn't realize. I feel like this is a new development, being obsessed with Figment. So
He's had a resurgence.
he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's the best. We are actually going to do our whole Epcot review. There, I spoiled it. But because we're talking about Figment, I'll you know what? I'll save it for later.
Okay. All right.
Go.
So because this is kind of like usually
Still our reviewing.
Usually at the top of the month, we would do our top of the month treat, but this whole month of November, we dedicated to our last trip that we just took, just in case this is your first time ever listening or whatever. We went a couple weeks ago, and we're still reviewing it, and we're on our second day of our small getaway trip. But I do want to clarify one thing from our last podcast where we reviewed our hotel and everything else.
We had housekeeping?
Yeah, one thing, the channel that you and I love to watch when we check into the Disney
Yes,
hotel,
we couldn't. You said 76 or something like that?
it's called the Disney Resort Channel.
Oh, okay.
That's all it's called. It doesn't even have an official name. That is the name that is dubbed to it, the Disney Resort Channel. It is the channel, I believe it is 98 or 78. I am a little dyslexic, so it's one of those.
I had a housekeeping note, and this is pre all the Disney news that came out, that you were like, oh, Zootopia, the Tree of Life, is it really going to be a 4D theater? And in fact, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you've watched all the Disney news on the Tree of Life, Zootopia is open in the Tree of Life. It is super cute, and they literally just took A Bug's Life, took the bugs out, and stuck in Zootopia characters.
And
So-
it's drowning people, I've heard. There's a lot of water. It's to the point where it's like, I heard somebody talking about it, and they were like, wow, there's a lot of water. And then they're like, oh my God, and there's more water. And there's still more. Yeah, like, oh my God, and the water's still coming? Like, to the point where like 4 times you're like, whoa, if there's any more water, I'm going to drown. But we can save that for like when we talk about it another time.
Okay.
And I did hear, that was the one review I did hear was like, a lot of water.
All right.
But today we're talking about Epcot. We were just there for food and wine. So what I'm going to do is I'll slowly walk us through our day. I'll give times. You can chime in,
Okay.
butt in, cut me off, do whatever we need to do to get through our day, because it was we'll start. It was on a Sunday, and it was a beautiful Sunday, but the park hours, do you remember what they were? I wrote them down.
So I was super mad because the park hours, normally Epcot gives you extra magic hours, I think starting at 8:30, and our extra magic hours started at 9:30, with the park opening to non-resort guests at 10.
10, yeah.
Because we did not realize we went on race weekend.
Yes, the Wine and Dine half marathon. So yes, to Nikki's point, we lost a little bit of time, which was good for us because we were a little tired from our travel day the day before. So, we got sleep in a little bit.
Mhm.
We didn't have to rush. And let me preface this. We did not do lightning lanes. So there
Wait,
was
time. We did not do lightning lanes, but I did buy
multi-pass. You did buy a lightning lane
single pass. I did bite the bullet. Guardians of the Galaxy was like, I don't even know. It cost me $64 for 3 of us.
So $20 roughly with tax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did buy it. And the reason I bought it is because as time was leading up to us leaving, when our window, because you have a 7-day window to do stuff like this, up to that 7 days, Guardians was like 120 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it didn't go below 75 minutes. And I wasn't waiting. I was being a brat and I wasn't waiting. But I won't cut Shawn off again. I will say that for this trip, I kind of let Shawn take the lead because we didn't do lightning lane multi-pass either day. So either we didn't do it here and we didn't do Magic Kingdom. And I will say Shawn pretty much.
Oh,
he rocked out.
Don't spoil it.
He rocked out.
Guardians is currently a 55-minute wait.
But it's 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock at night. Yeah.
It's 6 o'clock. So anyway, that is the only caveat to this is we did pay for lightning lanes, and I'm not
lightning lane
single pass. And I'm not sad about it, and I would do it again.
What would you do again?
I don't want to spoil it for the next discussion that we have for Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
But I don't think that now that Shawn has opened my eyes to not 100% needing lightning lane all the time, but I would do it for something like this. Like a high-end ride like this, like Tron.
You mean an experience where you definitely want to get on.
Correct. And you definitely want to get on, and it's just $64. Yeah, that sucks. But you know what? If you're not going out to dinner, and you're not, which we weren't, then why not?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. So sorry. So we knew we were a little bit on a budget. We didn't want to go overboard and stuff like that, and we wanted to try to test. We knew we were there for a full day.
Yep.
Excuse me. And again, Epcot is one of those parks where we did go with the mindset that we were not going to jump from World Celebration to World Showcase. Because in case you've never been there, Epcot is almost like 2 parks. There's the front half that is like World Celebration. And then there's the back part with the countries where people drink and tour and stuff like that. And that is World Celebration.
No.
Wait, I just had a brain fart. World Showcase, World Celebration. World Showcase is where the lands are. World Celebration is in the front.
Stop saying world. Stop. Too many times you've said world in a row.
I'm like,
we also didn't even attempt to go to Geo.
World Celebration, World Showcase. Yeah, the showcase is showcasing the place. I had to look that up because I was just having a brain fart.
Yeah, you were. We did not even attempt to go to Geo
82.
Yeah.
We
had our child with us, and I didn't even attempt it. Just to throw that out there.
Yeah.
If anyone is wondering.
So we walked through, we got there, and I took tons of photos and videos, so everything is timestamped. We scanned our brace, and I have you scanning your Magic Band at 9:24.
We took the bus.
We took the bus. We scanned our bracelet at 9:24 in the park entrance. We knew where we were going.
Yep.
We kind of knew early entry was 9:30, again, because the park opened to guests at 10. And I remember from the last time we were at Epcot, I knew early park entry was towards the right. Mm-hmm. And it was. We got there. Were you excited when you got there?
So excited.
We saw the ball, Spaceship Earth.
Yep.
We looked at her. It was the first time we had been in Epcot when all the walls were down.
I got lost because we had been to Epcot so many times with the walls up. You got accustomed to kind of just following the walls.
And they all have arrows going.
And they all have arrows like, oh, you want to go to Soaring? You go this way. You want to go Seas with Nemo? You go this way. And all the walls are down. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's very open feel, very open atmosphere type of over in the world.
Let's not keep doing this.
Celebration.
The new part.
And a new part?
The celebration. Because you're celebrating the world and then you're showcasing the
world.
Yeah.
So world
We're
took
celebrating and then showcasing.
We're doing a Disney podcast. We probably should be aware.
Well, that's a brand new name. And a lot of
Yeah.
people, because it used to be called, Future World.
Yeah, that's why.
what it
I
used
feel
to
like
be
that's
called.
why I'm
Right.
lost.
They changed the name of it. It's always been World Celebration, but it used to be called Future World. And right here where that, I don't know if you called it a helix or whatever you call this area where the Walt statue is.
He's so cute. He's actually there.
Yeah. Yep. Right where Geo 82 is. So
Yeah.
Geo 82 is right there, looks onto the Walt Dreamer statue, looks onto the new concrete area.
P.S.
Yeah.
You can see where Geo 82 is, and you can kind of see briefly a little bit in the windows, not a whole lot.
Yeah.
I know that they offer this amazing dining package with fireworks.
I could probably go through my notes. It was like $182.
You got a shit-ass view.
Yeah, you're not seeing it all.
You ain't seeing nothing.
No.
So just note to self.
Yeah.
Okay.
So going
So
back,
timestamp
So going back
9:29.
9:29.
Oh, 9:29.
And then right by the connections, they held us.
Yes. It was like an old school rope drop.
They held us there, I believe, with a rope. And the reason they held us, I don't know if it would have been normal because they were still picking up
From the race.
from the race, which cuts through Epcot.
Yeah.
But I got us. That rope dropped 5 minutes late at 9:35, and our game plan was to go where?
Test track first.
Test track. We were rope dropping test track.
Yep.
All right.
Which was a smart move. So that is probably, I would say, our hack. Everyone and their mother is going to rope drop Guardians.
Guardians or test track.
Actually, the line.
Did you even make note? What was the wait time for Guardians?
I didn't even look because literally,
we were
like
worried
you said,
we were worried, right?
they held us there. And when that rope dropped, the line split.
Yeah.
You could tell people had in their mind, they were either going to
That way.
Guardians.
Yep.
And because they're across the way, everyone. And what is actually sad was they had another rope drop section for the people who couldn't get in till 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And they were just like staring at us. And I actually,
it did feel awkward. Yeah.
for half a second, I was like, oh, sorry.
Would you feel sorry when you have a lightning lane, you walk past them, like, and you're like, "What's up, suckers?"
It was a different feeling. It was because I've never seen that before.
Yeah. No, you're right. Now I think because they were over there, and it's like,
and they flat out say, if you're a regular park guest and you're not, entries at 10 o'clock, it's over here. And obviously, early entry, you have to scan your band. So you scan your band when you go in. You scan your band before they let you into early entry. But yeah, we booked it. We even cut people off.
I had my stroller.
Yep.
And my stroller strategy, I'm plowing the way, speed walking.
I
see people. What would you say? Would you say like 150 people? 100 people were right there. Right?
Yes, easily. Corralled us where we were corralled by connections.
100 people right there,
yes.
right?
Yep. And
So
people were starting to get pissed.
Well, they were getting pissed because it was 9:35.
Correct.
Okay, right? The gate opens. We go. We went right to test track. The other half of the group went right over to Guardians.
Yep.
Did we walk? How did it?
Walk on.
First time seeing test track in its new iteration.
I loved it. The queue was very much the same. And what I mean by that is if you've been to test track before, they have a walk through queue when you go through, and it's very much about cars. So they have setup of cars, new innovations for cars. Prototypes. That was
cars they'll never make.
Cars they'll never make. Everything looks like a circular bubble type car.
Yeah.
Ooh, my wine's kicking in.
Yeah, it is, right? So bubbly.
So bubbly. Walk on though. I think I took some video too.
Yeah. We got on the ride. So this is funny. We were in that line. 9:35. By the time we actually got onto the ride, 9:44.
Yeah.
It took 9 minutes to walk through the queue.
And by no means was there any stopping.
Yeah.
And that is my biggest thing. And you will hear me talk about this until the end of time with Disney. You could have a wait that's an hour. Okay.
As long as you're walking.
If you are walking continuously, and I'll even give them like a stop half, like a brief like pause and then keep walking.
Yeah.
People wouldn't complain. It is the stagnant waiting in line in the hot sun, which we will talk about our next episode.
Yeah.
That is why people go insane.
Yeah.
Why people go insane. So anyway, very cute new cars, love them.
You mean the ride vehicles?
The ride vehicles, they're all black. Hold on. I wasn't prepared for today's episode because I figured that you were. Hold, please.
Anyway, the course through Test Track is the old course. It has not changed. It is exactly the same.
Prototypes.
Yeah, prototypes, exactly. I liked it.
I loved it.
I liked the scenery. Like they did demonstrate a lot of electric vehicles. That's
Yes.
obviously the way they're shooting. Like everything should be electric. Like, clean energy. Like our son actually has one of these e-bikes. Like,
Yep.
And I've experienced it. I sat on the thing, and the thing does like 0 to 60 in, I don't know, some ridiculous time. It's faster than a motorcycle, and these things are crazy. And you're almost like, well, geez, why isn't in like Teslas and all these EV? So you obviously see the way the direction that they're pointing, and I agree. But we'll get there eventually. And I think that Test Track is demonstrating that this is probably the future, and this is the way we should go, as opposed to like the old, hey, let's test the brakes and let's do this.
So they did do a little bit of that. And so the new ride vehicles are cute. They're all black. They have a blue hue to them, almost very similar to Tron.
Yeah.
But I mean, the car itself didn't change. 3 in the front, 3 in the back, But yes, the ride itself is very innovative. What I liked about the ride is right before you go outside to go really fast, they have a giant screen. It's almost like if you were to go to the movie theater and go to one of those IMAX theaters.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The part where it was like all of a sudden, like, you don't remember that part?
I do not remember it. Nope.
I wish I had recorded it.
I recorded it. I'll have to watch it later. I actually recorded the whole entire.
So right before the doors open for you to go outside, that whole scene, I mean, granted, everything inside has changed, but that whole area has changed.
I'll have to watch.
It's one giant not 3D, one giant screen that's very much like an IMAX.
Is it like translucent, like the way Tron is? Remember they show it in Tron, they show you the video, and you're like watching this video and you're all like, oh, cool. You can kind of see its screen is iridescent or translucent, and then it disappears and you see the vehicle take off in front of you.
No, I don't think so. No, you really don't remember?
I do not remember. It's funny. Again, that is the magic of Disney. There's so much to look at. Yeah. You might be looking over there, and then the next time you come back, you might ride the ride 9 times. You'll be like, oh, I never noticed that over there, because there's always something to look at in different directions. So
that was cool.
The ride, what? Would it hit 65 miles per hour?
It did. It was so much fun.
It was amazing. I held my phone.
Yep.
I recorded it.
Love it.
Praying not to lose my phone.
You almost lost your glasses and your phone.
Oh my God, you're right.
You almost lost your and it was first thing in the morning, so he would have been the guy who lost his glasses and had the ride shut down and ruined everybody else's day. But lo and behold, it didn't.
It's funny. We have been there, and we've tried to rope drop Test Track. It has backfired, and the ride has been down. This day... why am I knocking on wood?
Yeah, why are you knocking on wood?
This day and the next day, other than a couple like hiccups that we can talk about in a few, the days kind of went the way I thought they would.
Yes.
So we rope dropped it. We were off. Then we walked. Would you remember what we did next? Because I remember what we did. Do you know what we did? Instead of going, because we could have went to Mission Space. We could have went over and tried to go on you're right there. That's exactly what we did. We then went to the center and went to the Walt statue.
Yes.
And we looked at that new area, and we took it in for like 5-6 minutes.
We did.
We
did. I will say, per usual, I wasn't able to eat my way through Epcot. No one would let me stop at all the places.
Well, it's only 9 in the morning. Why are you talking about eating already?
Because it was a food and wine festival.
We haven't even gotten over the lane. Why are you talking about that? We're still...
Because there's tons of kiosks, even in this area. You people didn't let me eat. So my goal is to go back to Epcot during Food and Wine Festival by myself and just eat all day.
Again.
You can't do it all.
You have to. You can never do it all.
No.
You have to treat it like 2 days.
Well,
you have to.
With that being said, too, even though we were a party of 3, Shawn and I thought it was going to be way easier because we were down a child.
Yeah.
And it absolutely was not.
No.
So when you're a party of 2 and you're adults, it is completely different, even if you have one small person.
Yeah. It's always the same.
Your day revolves around the small person.
Yeah. I mean, we guided her way.
We did. So anyway, so yes, then we went to the brand new like circular open
We
area
went to the open area
where Walt is.
Yep, where Walt-
Beautiful,
the Dreamer
very cute.
statue. Yep.
Dreamer statue. Love the Walt statue. I have no complaints. It's
Took some
adorable.
photos.
Took
We all
tons of
wrapped
photos.
around. And then at 10:05, we went to the land, which is nice because now that center area is open and
You can walk
see it
right
now,
across.
you can literally just zoom and you're right there. So at 10:05, 10:15, do you know what ride we walked onto at 10:15?
Soaring. So I will say Shawn did really well, like I said this time, because I feel like everyone was waiting for Guardians.
Yeah.
Because the smart people like us who did test track and got there really early. P.S. Let me interject 1/2 second. When we got off test track.
Oh, we saw the masses of people.
When we got off test track.
It was 10 o'clock, right?
It was close to 10. It was 10 o'clock.
It was like 9:59.
It was like
a horde.
The horde.
Oh, wow. That's right.
The people that were running.
The people that we saw a half hour earlier.
Waiting.
Yeah, were waiting, correct.
The horde of people at 10 o'clock was honestly like obscene.
Wasn't that bizarre, though? They were all walking against us.
Because they were going to test track and
Guardians. And when we walked through that center area,
no one was there.
We were alone.
No one was there.
And when we cut over to the land, I was like, I've never been in this where it's no one here. It was bizarre to be a half hour ahead of everybody.
So that's the thing. And there is something to be said for that. Because I never really thought about that half hour.
Yeah.
The early entry really benefiting us that much.
Yeah.
Both days, the early entry benefited us immensely.
Yeah, we'll talk about the
immensely.
Magic Kingdom Day.
But anyway, yes. So then we headed over to Soaring, which I can't do. I go on it just for the smells, but I can't do it. And of course, our daughter's like, "Why are you even on this? You can't open your eyes."
I still loved it. Like, I love it. And I'm actually looking forward to and that was probably some housekeeping. We talked about the change with Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
It's to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America. That's what it is. That's why.
But just listening to his voice, I want to be friends with him. And I think we talked about this last time.
His son sounds exactly like my herd.
Does he really?
You didn't tell me?
No.
Somebody told me his son, identical voice. Like, I'm Patrick Warburton. And that's
amazing.
Yeah.
So we did Soarin'.
And
we sat in the front. It was a new seat. We've never.
The B section.
B section in the front. Which we didn't even ask.
Concourse B, which is the preferred seating area, and we just randomly got it.
Yep.
10:31, we went on a ride we've never been on before.
Living with the Land.
You didn't want to go on it. You actually wanted to skip it.
I did. It was wonderful.
It was
wonderful.
I think I might have made a clip the other day. Oh no, it was the People Mover. But
I think I have a video.
This would also qualify best nap and ride all in one.
So it was not a bazillion degrees. It was very nice weather. A little humid. I don't mind the humidity, so it didn't affect me in any way. But if it is July, August, and you are there, please go on this ride because it is probably a very nice. If you get to do Soaring and the Land like we did back to back.
You're indoors, yeah. Even if it's raining.
Beautiful.
Yep.
This ride was so cute. Never been on this ride. And if I have, it's...
It had a feel of like Jurassic Park, like going through because the Living with the Land experience is talking about the land and how we've cultivated the land from like the Dust Bowl and like, how agriculture can either decimate lands or you can work with the land and have it work for you. Hydroponics and all these systems that we now use and what we've done in the past. And it, spoiler alert, brings you into an actual greenhouse garden where those plants that are growing that look fake are the real plants that they use in Epcot to feed people.
Yes.
And I was like sitting there and I was like, are we sure these are real plants? And I'm looking and I'm watching real workers, not animatronics, cutting veggies. The fish.
Oh, that part is gross.
I did think about that and I was like, oh my God, what's the fish? And I was like, oh wait, people are going to eat those fish. Yeah. I was like, spoiler,
to Sean's point, the vegetables were super cute. So because it was Food and Wine Festival, they had signs up and they'd be like, oh, so this recipe at this kiosk houses this lettuce.
Well, yeah, and it will be used in this like hors d'oeuvre or meal or something like that.
Which very cool.
Yeah, and it was really neat to see how it was all like put together and like clean. And another thing, very rarely do I see a hidden Mickey just out like out. It was the coil of hose like right on there, and I took a photo of it. And then there was another one inside.
Our daughter found it.
Our daughter was like, "Hey, there's a hidden Mickey inside of like one of the aquariums." It was like a little honeycomb looking device that was another Mickey, and it's like, so to actually find them in the wild and be like, I saw that without knowing ahead of time, I thought was pretty cool.
Yep.
Any other thoughts about the land?
No, I loved it. I highly recommend it. Do it. I don't know if I've ever told this story. I have been on this ride before. It's been a bazillion years. When I was a younger girl, I think I was like 10, 12. If you've ever been in Living with the Land, it's downstairs, right? Living with the Land to get in the ride is downstairs.
Correct. Yep.
And there is an upstairs and there's an escalator and stuff like that. My father almost got hit with a stanchion. Have I told? I've told you the story.
Of course, I know the story. A stanchion is
one of those giant metal
dividers that like
that they used
the
to
cables come across.
Cables. Yeah. So the stanchions they used to have back in the 80s and 90s, they were like thin and they had like a circular top, and they used to have like felt rope that like connected to them.
Yeah, probably. I'm thinking movie theater.
Yeah, like movie theater or like when you go see Mickey, that's what, those ones. Yep. I don't know what happened, but someone had disconnected. A kid was playing with it and it rolled and fell like from above. And my father had just moved to the side randomly and it fell like right. So my father could have gotten. So when I think of Living with the Land, that's the first thing I think of.
We could have had seasons passes for life.
Because back in the day, you probably could have sued Disney and what?
Yeah, you hadn't signed up.
You hadn't signed up for nothing.
Disney Plus experience,
so we joke all the time that we'd be bringing him in his wheelchair too.
You'd be like, I'm Joe. I got here for free.
Within this area too is the Garden Grill. Which is a super adorable restaurant.
Garden Grill is upstairs.
Upstairs.
So, but you are looking, when you spin around Garden Grill, you are looking down at people
at the land
who are in the ride. Yeah.
I love this restaurant. It makes me so sad every time I'm at Epcot that I don't go to this restaurant. But if it's Food and Wine Festival, it's very hard to fit eating at a restaurant in the day. My goal is to get back to this restaurant though, just because I have a very heartfelt love for this restaurant. I must have, like, as a child, like, have loved this restaurant too. And it's character dining. So you see Mickey, Pluto, Chippendale. Anyway, so yeah. Highly recommend.
But we got off and we walked out. I was watching the weather. There were a lot of angry looking clouds everywhere. So
all of a sudden too.
So I had parked our stroller, and by the way, our daughter is 10. She doesn't need a stroller. But again, our hack is we always bring the stroller just in case one of our children has to sit. We put our backpacks on, our water, all of our little stuff that we bring.
Yep.
So I had parked it over by in between the Land and Nemo, and I left it there, okay? But I was like, these clouds look angry. They were small, little puffy, I don't know. And I was like, let me cover this bad boy up right now. So I did. So when we walked out of the Land, we went over, got a sip of water, and then we went to Nemo.
Nope, we went to Figment.
Correct. Sorry, we went to Figment first. That's right. I have it actually right here. 10:53, Journey to Imagination with Figment. Our daughter dragged us on it.
Our daughter, I love this ride. Yeah. So she didn't drag me on it. I love this ride.
I know. He's cute.
He's adorable. I love everything about this ride. And I need to preface that these times are 100% correct. We did not wait at this point in time. We did not wait.
We've walked onto every ride.
We've literally walked onto
even Soarin'.
Every ride. Yep. Walked on Soarin'. The only time we waited for Soarin' is because they have to load the cars and unload the cars. Yep. And of course, we had 4 people who were on EVCs or 3 people on EVCs, so that took a little bit longer.
Well, those people are lucky. They have vehicles.
So sometimes that can take a little bit longer. Yep. But other than that, these are all walk-on times.
We did Figment, walked out of Figment.
got on Figment. I'm super sad because Pooh Bear used to be outside of Figment in that cute little park area. He is no longer there. So he used to be there.
We asked the cast member too.
We asked. He used to be there with Butterfly, his butterfly net. He used to be there and do yoga. He is moved. He is a meet and greet. So we can get into that. But I was super sad because even though that wasn't a technical meet and greet, to watch Pooh Bear in the field doing yoga was somehow peaceful.
It was very nice. I loved it. I used to love it.
Oh, anyway.
You just said butterflies.
Butterflies are also gone.
The butterfly exhibit that has been there for years that I've not even heard about
was
going away is also gone.
Yeah.
It looked kind of temporary, but it had been there for years. That pop-up building that was right by is gone. The Imagination building.
Yeah.
So we left Figment and then we walked back past the we actually got a little popcorn.
We did. The one that exploded.
Correct. One that lit on fire.
Yeah.
And we went to Nemo.
Love the big blue world.
At 11:17. We did.
No, wait.
Well, no.
Oh.
There was a little bit of a wait at Nemo.
No, that was.
No, remember? Because I said how many times we've walked through those switchbacks and everything else, and there was actually it was moving. But there was
a wait.
There was actually some people in there because guess what? We walked in at 11:17. We went to Nemo. Then we went through the aquarium. We didn't get out until 11:35. So between a wait, looking at the manatees and stuff like that, and then our daughter had to use the restroom. So we were in there for almost 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Then what happened at 12:01?
We went over to Moana's, which we also.
No, at 12:01 we went to Guardians.
Oh, and then we went to Moana's?
Correct.
So we ran.
We had at 12:01.
No, I had booked our fast pass at 11:30.
Yeah.
So that is the key to fast passes too, is you either get there right away or you do other stuff.
You actually have 2 hours.
You do, but it's going to be the one time you don't have 2 hours.
You have 2 hours. No, it was actually least you have 2 hours. They will tell you it's up to discretion. You have 2 hours. It will literally, and it's been tested, your magic band or pass or whatever will go green for 2 hours after. If it's 2 hours and 1 minute,
you're done.
You're fucking beat. You're beat. They might be like, all right, go ahead, but that is up to discretion. But you have 2 hours in that window. Yes.
And that is good to know too, because we've had lightning lanes a long time. One of the last times we went as a big family, we had a
Genie.
Whatever. We had a fast pass Genie, whatever, for Smuggler's Run. Yeah. But we also had reservations at the Brown Derby, and I didn't want to cancel either. So I went over to the Lightning Lane people and I was like, here's my story. We have a reservation for Brown Derby. And she was like, yeah, whatever, just come back. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah. I was like, I'll bring my receipt. And she was like, honey, I don't need to see your receipt.
Right. Yeah. So you have the 2 hours. So we did Guardians.
Hey,
we were front row and didn't even realize it.
We were front row.
They spun us.
Oh.
Do you remember what song?
Oh my God, yes. No, I don't. We were supposed to write it down.
And was it?
No.
Was it Run?
Yes.
Rio?
Yes.
Wait.
No.
I have no idea.
Da-na-na. I run so.
I've changed it in my brain already because I remember saying, Nikki, do you remember the song? We have to write the song down. And then I've lied to myself and I have no idea what song it is. What are you going to Google it? I have no idea.
Why didn't we film it during?
Because you're not filming anything in Guardians. Like that ride is nuts. Every time we go through that one, I was like, oh my God, I'm screaming as that car is rolling. And
I ran.
It is I ran.
It is I ran. 110%. It was I ran.
I want to say I thought it was Tears for Fears.
No, it wasn't.
Welcome to
no, it wasn't. Oh.
It's not like Tears for Fears.
Oh, Wants to Rule the World?
Everybody wants to rule the world. Is that one of the songs?
Oh my God, I think it's I Ran. And I'm pretty sure it is. So we've talked about this before in many podcasts. I love this ride so much. Every time I get off the ride, I'm like, oh my God, I can't. People talk about, oh my God, I got the best song ever.
Or I got September 6 days in a row. Like, yeah.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure that was Flock of Seagulls I ran. I'm pretty sure, not Tears for Fears. I don't even.
Tears for Fears is one of the songs.
It doesn't look like Tears for Fears is one of the songs.
All right.
I've been on this ride numerous times. I don't know what changed from this ride to all the other rides. This was the best experience I've had on this ride. I don't know if I've been so afraid every other time that I haven't really sucked it all in.
Yeah.
I laughed. I almost threw up just because from excitement. Like, this ride is amazing. Our cart was like all over the place.
Did you? So I always.
You had to sit with a stranger?
I sat with a stranger?
Yeah, a blonde woman. Remember? Because they don't do.
No, I don't remember. No, I did not sit with a stranger.
Yes, you did.
I sat alone. It was in Seven Dwarfs Mine Train where I sat with a stranger.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I sat alone. Thankfully, they put me alone. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, that's right.
But you remember, like, I've always known you circle around the moon. I didn't know you also circle around Earth. Where did Earth come from?
I didn't remember you circled around all of it and you spin from side to side. So we ended up, all right, I'm going to get this wrong. We ended up front row seats without asking.
Front row is actually the back. So we were the back. We were the back row. But then what ends up happening, they spin you.
And you're back to the front.
And you were in the front because they launch you backwards.
So we did not ask. Our daughter was like, can we sit in the back? Can we sit in the front? And then because I got nervous about, like, I was like, no, just they'll put us where they put us. And we ended up being front row.
Yeah.
And then when the carts, so the way this ride is you go around the track. So you picture yourself going around the track and then it sets you up and it completely turns everything backwards. So the very front car is now the very last car when you get ejected back as fast as possible. And then it manages somehow to spin you back around and you are leading the pack again. Yeah. But because each car is its own entity, they all rotate different on the track. Meaning, like,
are they connected to each other?
They are. So the 4-person car is its own entity. So we spun in one way, but that doesn't mean the second car is spinning.
But are they all connected? So it's like your 4 and those connected to the other 4s are space in between?
Yes.
It has to be connected. And like a centipede almost.
Yeah, but not like connected by a bar or anything. That was a special.
It's gotta be.
That was the special.
I'm going to have to watch the making of it.
Anyway. Amazing. Yeah. This ride is amazing.
Talk about it forever.
I had so much fun on this ride. I got off the ride and I think I said to Shawn 15 times, I don't remember this ride ever being this amazing. And I think I may have kept my eyes closed then because I was afraid I was going to get sick. It's my only thought.
So you know what's funny? Like I'm always observing things. Like I'm a very observant person. And I know the story and the lore with this. Like the forces make people pretty sick and sometimes nauseous and stuff like that. And it's funny because you don't really realize when you walk into the building how you're elevating yourself. You're going upwards. You're rising. You're going up cues and everything else. Go ahead.
I lied. Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears is a song.
That's the song we have.
That is our song.
That is the song. Yeah.
That is our song.
Because I was like, oh, Tears for Fears. Love Tears for Fears. I'm almost positive
it's 99% yes, because I would never have remembered that I Ran was by Flock of Seagulls. But when we got off, we were like, oh, I love Tears for Fears. Yeah. So yes, I apologize. Yes.
I could be totally wrong. It could be something different.
It's not.
But in my brain, I think that's
Everybody Wants to Rule the World. 100%.
That was the song.
Okay, go.
So you're walking upwards, and you don't really realize that the whole entire time during the queue, you're going up, 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 up,
yes.
up, and you don't even realize you're constantly going up, and then
but then you go down.
You go down, loading into your vehicles, but then you're propelled. And you don't realize that you go back up again as you're being propelled. And from the outside, there is a massive building, whipping around that building. But what's funny, when you get off the ride, there's a set of stairs again, and you're going downstairs. And there was a man behind me.
Oh, the poor guy was sick.
I knew I could tell by his wanting to hang back a lot and eyeballing a trash can like it was a last piece of cake. This guy was going to be sick, and I could just tell.
So white. I
Yeah.
felt so bad for him.
Yeah.
And my heart breaks because I get sick on rides.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the fact and I'm not going to lie, when I got off this ride, I was like, I need to,
Yeah, you need to hit the fresh air.
I need to hit the fresh air. Give me some alcohol wipes to smell.
Say that, yeah.
Note to self, smelling hand sanitizer or any type of alcohol wipe is a proven fact. It does something in the brain that helps relieve nausea. So that's my hack.
So don't be thinking you're gonna go drink yourself around the world.
No, I didn't say booze.
Like sniffing margaritas and be like, Nikki gave me
Nope.
medical advice.
Time out. I didn't say booze.
Nikki said medical advice. I can sniff this wine.
Isopropyl alcohol is totally different than drinking alcohol. So it's whatever's in.
But if I put it in my mouth, I'll be better.
Nope. No, you will not.
All right.
No, you will not.
So we got out of Guardians. We did walk over to Connections along the way because it was right there. The building's right there.
We did the sodas.
We did some sodas again. We drank all the Cokes, the fruity ones from Beverly.
No, what's the really good one that we like?
It was good. It was good. I want to say it was
Shawn again.
It was from Bulgaria.
Shawn again. There was a young kid standing there, and he was like, "Oh, try the Beverly. I heard it's amazing." And someone, thank God, was standing there and was like, "Why are you lying to people?" So,
So we did that. Then we wanted to go over to Moana. We're in the area, and we went to Moana at 12:43. The Journey of Water inspired by Moana. We've been there a couple times. We've walked past it, so we wanted to make it a point to do it.
Cirque du Soleil.
Is that what your thoughts were? You didn't think it was cool that you could...
Te Fiti was cool.
You didn't think it was cool that you could touch the water and kind of play the music with it?
No. I'm being a brat. Yes.
Do you want to know what I thought? I thought we've already done this before. Where else did they do that same effect with the water?
On Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Correct. I was like, wow, we've already done this before.
Yeah.
Like the whole like bing, 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 bing. But I thought it was pretty cool. How it's supposed to teach me about water, I'm not 100% sure on that.
It's not. So the water somehow is interactive. So
it was, yeah.
Which was pretty cool. There's areas where you can stand in front of the water and you can raise your hand and the water comes up with you. So it's very much Moana-esque because she controls the ocean. So
that's a big reach. Controlling the ocean versus controlling a little stream of pee. There's two different things here. I control my pee every day,
If you can raise your hand and the water comes up with it, that's pretty cool.
All right, yeah.
So, and then there's a path for wet and dry.
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool. Speaking of wet and dry and the scary clouds, as we were walking through Moana, we happened to look at the sky and we were like, "Oh, those are ominous clouds," and ran. Thank goodness.
I felt it. I felt the rain coming. I knew it was coming.
Like bad. We ran literally across the way, thank goodness,
to the reef.
To the reef, which
the
has
restaurant.
The restaurant, but there's a weird little awning, a hidden awning right there. And we kind of tucked in there while it downpoured.
12:48. At 12:48, we ducked in there. I sat on some person. EVC, which provided a beautiful resting seat for me.
I sat on the ground.
You know what's funny? Florida's funny. If you've ever been there or you've ever been to Disney, there's three types of rain. There's hurricanes.
Yep.
There is all-day rain.
Yep.
And there is 10 to 20-minute storms.
Yep.
You don't know what you're going to get. You can kind of feel it out by watching the rain and its intensity. It's never just a light trickle. If it rains, it's going to be the way it rained, right? And it rained hard for 10 minutes. And then I was like watching the rain, I was watching the puddles, and I was like, we're good. We were one of the first people to walk out. And then what did we do?
I don't remember.
We went to Spaceship Earth.
That's right, because Spaceship Earth just came back from its renovation. It was closed. And for some reason, it was closed all morning. It had a big, so if you have the My Disney Experience app, anytime a ride is down for whatever reason, there's a big star. I asked 2 or 3 cast members, do you know anything? And typical for a cast member. No, we don't. It will be up and running. We got out of Moana, got out of the rain, saw that No More Star, and went right over there.
Walked right over 12 or 108.
No line. I mean,
little
5 minutes.
5 minute
but
line,
walking through the queue.
Right through the queue. Like it was still like lightly trickling. The sun was starting to come through, and I was
love
like, we were
this ride.
perfect. It had just been redone. Did you sense any of its alterations or its fixes or its
paint maybe?
So some people have said they felt like the opening scene of the projections of the Mammoth were cleaner and stuff like that. Did you feel that?
No.
I felt like some of the, and again, you're kind of looking for it. So you're like, oh, maybe that's brighter, or maybe that, and it's like, I even do that on the Carousel Progress sometimes. I'm like, oh, that looks new.
The 70s chicks.
That afro is perfect.
And her yellow leggings were right on point.
Doesn't have any cobwebs in it, though.
Nope,
you know, like,
didn't. I love this ride.
I feel like,
I love everything about this experience.
Judi Dench, right?
Yep, Judi Dench.
Dame Judi Dench.
I love it. I was so devastated when it was closed all morning long because I was like, here we waited. We thought it was going to be down. It was, I love it. I love it.
It's one of my favorites.
Yep.
It really is. No, I love the ride. I love everything about it. I think it would actually
smells.
I think it would be devastated. It is my Carousel of Progress.
Yes, for this
inside of Epcot, you know.
Yep.
And I did attempt to close my eye. My daughter actually did close her eyes because
she always does.
She rode with me, so we were playing a little game at the end when you're coming down backwards.
I sleep.
I was like bing, 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 bing. And I was I was doing everything quick so I could close my. And I think I might have closed my eyes for 4 minutes.
Yeah,
I might have got a 4-minute power nap.
So good.
We exited out of that, and our daughter wanted to do a character meet and greet.
That's right. So we went and saw Pluto.
Correct.
Pluto is her. Pluto.
Where?
He actually meets in the front. It's actually almost kind of like an obscure spot.
By the exit, right?
So he's not by the exit. If you are standing in front of Spaceship Earth, if you walk a little bit ahead of that, almost like you are going to walk out of the entrance, there is a small character meet and greet right there to the left. We were the first ones there. We were the first ones in line. Pluto was her absolute favorite. Makes me a little tearful.
I mean, it is right here. It's big guest relations. Like,
yep.
Yeah, it's right there.
It was right there. We were the first ones in line, and he came out in all of his glory, and she got to see him, and we got to hug him, and that was that. It was great.
2 o'clock.
It was already 2 o'clock, huh?
Day was trickling, but well, again, so you got to think about it. It didn't park didn't open till 10, so we've only really 4.5 hours. So
basically, we did all the rides.
We did all the rides, with the exception of Mission Spaceship. Right?
And no Mission Space.
Mission Space.
We don't do that ride.
We could have, though. We could have, I'm sure, walked right onto it.
And we hadn't done Frozen. We hadn't done Remy.
Well, those are in the lands, but we completed the front part of the park.
Correct.
So 2 o'clock, we're like,
so let's do it.
Let's do it. We walked across the middle bridge. And what do we do? What was the first thing we did?
We had poutine.
We love poutine, right?
So good. And we had 2 separate poutines. You had meat.
I had the braised beef poutine.
And we had regular. So good.
The old-fashioned poutine with gravy, cheese curds, and fries.
So good. And I do want to say that the morning had beautiful weather. The afternoon, after it rained, was periodic rain all day. So bring ponchos, bring many ponchos, because even a little bit of rain, don't let it ruin your day. Just bring the poncho.
Yeah. So that's not even Marketplace Canada. Is it It is Marketplace Canada.
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
So Marketplace Canada, I want to say it was, that's where, no, that's not where it is, because that's where they have the filet mignon, but you got a little bit later.
Which was gross.
Isn't it called the Outpost?
Yes. Oh, I thought that's what you just said.
It is not. It's the refreshment port. That's what it's called.
Dining.
Refreshment port. Yeah, that's where they have the poutine. So I got the traditional poutine, and ironically, they don't even have braised beef poutine. So French fries with braised beef, mushroom sauce, featuring my reading glasses, Boursin garlic, and fine herb cheese curds, and some sort of relish. Gherkin relish. Gherkin. Gherkin. Oh, gherkin.
Gherkin.
I've never actually said. I've heard the word gherkin
And
before.
that's Boursin cheese.
Boursin?
Yeah.
What's Boursin?
Anyway.
You're Boursin in me. It was delicious.
good.
We needed it. We needed something salty. We needed something savory.
Yep.
And then, so we're there. You either go right or left. Which way do we go?
We went to Canada.
One,
I'm sorry. Oh my God, we went to Mexico. Good Lord.
punch you.
Yep.
We went to Mexico.
Yep.
We got in these countries at 2:00.
Yeah.
How'd you feel? How did you feel about this?
I was a little stressed. I wanted to be in the countries by 12:30. Because the countries take a long time. It doesn't matter what you're doing, and it never fails that I feel like I didn't see one thing in the countries, even though I was in there for 6+ hours. Okay. I always feel like I walk through the countries and then we're done, and I'm like, shit, I need to go back and walk that 17-mile loop.
So I wrote this down. I wrote it all down, and I had to look at my notes. And there's reasons why. So the funny thing about the countries is it's a 1-mile loop. It's 1.1 mile loop.
Yes, it
With
feels like 7
with
miles.
11, either a full-on country like Italy or a little outpost like Africa and Australia and places like that. I think Hawaii has a little spot too. So you're walking this 1 mile, but yet at the same time you want to get to Frozen and then you want to get to Remy.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes what you'll do is you'll navigate one and you'll be like, oh, what's the wait? And you'll walk over, because we did a lot of walking back and forth.
Yes.
Believe it or not. I feel like we walked the countries 3 times.
Yep.
We did, right?
Yep.
We started in Mexico. How'd that go?
It went great. We went into the beautiful Aztec pyramid. We didn't get any food there, but we did do the 3 caballeros, which is always a good time.
Yep. Fiesta tour.
The Fiesta tour.
That looked brand new. I felt
Yeah,
like all the screens
for
were redone.
some reason, that was very bright.
Yeah.
Very
All
bright.
brand new screens.
What totally wasn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Maybe
I
we
think-
did it recently.
No, we would know.
We might have reported on it, might have forgot. I'll have to look into that.
Also within that, if you can go to that restaurant, love that restaurant. Love, love, love. I'm forgetting the name of it.
Lehasa.
San Angel
Angel,
in
yeah.
Restaurante.
Yeah, we've eaten.
Wonderful.
Delicious.
It was great. But we did the 3 caballeros. It was great. And right next door, if you have time and you can catch it, is a meet and greet with Donald. I'm very devastated that we couldn't do that every
Right
time.
outside,
It just didn't work.
He was there as we walked by.
He was there as we walked by. You cannot do it all. You either have to do rides and food and characters. You have to pick what your two things are.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we got to see Pluto was almost,
It worked.
it worked. It just worked within our day.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
We-
Mexico was good.
Yeah, we got out of the whole Mexico area by 2:56.
Then we went over and had some school bread from La Bakeria.
Did we do that first, or did we go to the crystal shop? Because I have us going into the crystal shop at like 3:10 to 3:21, and I bought my daughter the Figment crystal.
No, that was when we went to Germany.
So
Did you miss the whole part where we waited for Frozen and the ride shut down?
So I did. I wasn't 100% sure if we skipped over it first and
Coldplay.
went. Yeah, because I think we went to the crystal shop, and then I think we went to Japan, and then I think we came back to Frozen when it shut down. Because I looked at and that's why it was like this whole kind of.
All right,
it's a little
so
hodgepodge.
2:38, I have a photo of us in front of the Aztec
Yep,
pyramid, and then at 2:41, I have a picture of Kringla Bakery.
But we didn't try to wait for Frozen, then, did we?
So at 2:41,
Yeah.
so right after Mexico,
Yeah.
2:41, we went to Kringla Bakery. So Kringla Bakery Cafe is a adorable little cafe where they sell school bread, which is a delicious coconut bread with coconut on top and a cream. And then you got, I think, a rice pudding
That rice pudding with the strawberries on it.
with strawberries.
Delicious.
So that was amazing. So we did have that. And then 2:55, the next photo I have is us. I think walking. So we must have skipped Frozen
We
and gotten back.
I'm telling you, we did skip Frozen, and I'm gonna prove to you
because at 3:06 we were in Germany.
Yeah. So 306 exactly, because
So
I have
3:06 we're
I
in
have a
Germany.
310. I'm buying my daughter the crystal from the crystal.
So Germany, then we went to Germany. I wanted to get some food in Germany. Our daughter was kind of melting down at this point, and it just wasn't working. It was raining. Things were just not working like out the way that they should. So we went to the very back of Germany. There's a big sign that says beer garden, and lo and behold, right there on the left is this adorable crystal shop that I've never seen before. They sell Epcot wine glasses.
Because I have us at 5:35 in Frozen, and that's when we saw the thing this week.
Okay, so we went back.
Yeah.
So in Germany, there's good beer there, there's good food there. I, of course, like I just said, did not get to eat my way through this place the way I wanted to. But this crystal shop is absolutely adorable. It has wine glasses and beer glasses and shot glasses and all things like not just some stuff is labeled Epcot, some stuff is like Disney in general. We as a family collect these little mini figurines.
Yeah.
They are very, what do you use? An inch?
1 inch. Yep.
An inch.
They're bedazzled.
They're bedazzled. My father, it is like my father and my mother, this is their thing. Like they have a special shelf dedicated to this stuff. And lo and behold, we went in, and I've never seen before, was the cutest little figment figurine. So our daughter was like, that's what I want as my special gift. So they went in and they bought it. And of course it was pouring rain.
Oh yeah. At this point, I knew again it was going to rain. I could see the sky. Good thing about Florida is it's so flat. You know when the rain is coming, and I could see it. And I positioned our stroller and stuff and myself right under a chair. And we were watching you, and I was like, I think I called you. I was like, it's raining. It's coming.
We were in the beer garden.
You were in there kind of hanging out.
Yes.
Yeah. So we did this.
So we did that and got the figurine, and then
we went to Japan.
And we went to the fancy store.
Yeah. I can't say that word.
Yeah.
The shopping center, the mall.
It was insane.
Our daughter watched. It was so, again, I kind of hung out with my daughter because she kind of leads the way. You have all these ideas in your mind, like Mitsukoshi shopping. That's what it's called. I'm like, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to buy some chopsticks, or I'm going to do this or that. Nope. I spent 25 minutes to 30 minutes.
Chasing her around.
Nope. Watching.
Oh, the pearls.
The pearls. In the drums, in the celebration. My daughter got next to complete strangers and was so happy, and she was cheering for them. And I was like, Sophia, I'll buy you one. She's like, no, I just want to watch other people do it. It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
And like her and these people, and it's funny. I have photos of her singing next to other people, and they're doing the drums, and they're showing these people. And my daughter's like, you got a good pearl. And they're showing it and stuff like that. It was fun. It was fun. And then at 5 o'clock, we went to Frozen.
No, at 4 o'clock, we went to Remy's.
We walked over to Remy's, saw the wait.
Didn't want to do it.
Did not want to do it. And we went to Frozen.
Nope. Then, so 4:47.
On the way back. We
went to Canada.
Right. We got to look at these places.
We went to Canada. We saw Canada. And then, I have video. Yeah, I can. Yeah, we're walking back around. 5:14. So Frozen and Remy's was one of those ones where it was kind of 45 to 65 minutes for both rides the entire time. So you get to a point where you're like, okay, what's your priority? Like, are we hungry?
Yeah.
Do we want to do this? What do we want to do? So at 5, it was like 5 o'clock. So we were like, you know what? Frozen's got like a 45-minute wait. I can do anything for 45 minutes, right? 5 o'clock, we figured 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. We'll wait for Frozen. Not a big deal. Then we'll get some food, wait for the fireworks. So that was initially our plan. We get in line for Frozen. The line is not bad. It's moving.
It's okay. It was
As long as it's moving.
It was outside the door.
It was outside the door, but by the time we had gotten, we had only been outside for maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even.
Yeah. I think it said 45 minutes.
It said 45-minute wait. So we're waiting. We are now inside in the queue. And we were decently in the queue.
Yeah.
The ride goes down. And I'm not talking goes down like they're making people wait. I'm talking exiting vehicles. So emergency exits. So the next thing we know, we're looking around and there's all of a sudden like 15 cast members giving out fast passes.
Yeah, they were scanning everyone's bracelets.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
I think that they anticipated that it wasn't going back up for the rest of the night.
They gave everybody anytime pass.
Anytime pass.
Any ride anywhere.
So the way that the anytime pass works is it works on everything but Guardians.
Correct. Anything but
Guardians. So you need to be very cautious if you have Lightning Lane in this situation.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is now you have a free fast pass.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to be cautious because if you were to check in for something else, it trumps you have to. My advice to you is to check with a cast member. Yeah. Hey, I have a Lightning Lane for 5 o'clock, but now I have this weird free fast pass. What do I do?
Yeah.
And the only reason why I know this is because one time we were at Hollywood Studios and we had a fast pass for Rock and Roller Coaster. And Rock and Roller Coaster was down. And we had gone to a cast member and they were like, you can do 2 things. You can use that for a new Lightning Lane or you can just wait for it to go back up. So anyway, long and short of it, we had a free quote unquote fast pass. We chose to go blow it stupidly over at Remy's.
So we walked back over to Remy's at 6:38. We got on the ride. All I'm going to say is this. I'm glad it is now officially 2D. I'm glad because as I was watching it, I was already, and we had already known ahead of time, like we had reported on it that it was going to be 2D. I was shutting my eyes while we were even like, I was like, oh, I can't wait for this. And I thought that ride was going to go down because there was a point where we were sitting on the ground, remember?
Yep.
And it was like, oh, our day is starting to unravel. It's starting to fall apart. Like where there's only 2 rides over here. Our whole morning went great. We're bang, 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 and no wait. And the only 2 rides in the showcase in the countries, we've now been screwed by one, and now we're waiting. Maybe going to be. And I thought there was a point where they're like, oh shit, they're doing the same thing on this one. Yeah. But we got on. We got off.
Ugh. I'm so mad that we wasted our fast pass on that. It's my only regret of the day.
Well, what did we do? We then tried to go back to Frozen.
We also did stuff in between. That we're not talking about. Like
we did get some food here. We did get some food there.
Not the Smashing Pumpkins.
No, you're right. Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth was there.
Yeah, Rockstar. Yeah.
So Smash Mouth was there. We stopped. We briefly listened to them.
Turkey leg.
We got our daughter a turkey leg. Now, even though she's 10, I will fully admit she was completely in the stroller at this point. In the stroller, we had her covered up with tarps, or not tarps, but ponchos. Like
because it was a little rainy, it was a little drizzly.
It was a little rainy. So kids who are even 10, they get burned out. And when you are like us and you are rope dropped to park clothes, you got to just plan for it. Like I know as an adult you can just keep going, but your kids get tired. And I feel like there's a point between pushing them to the brink and then just letting them rest. And in order to push them to the brink, you have to let them. So I had no problem shoving her in the stroller, covering her with like ponchos, giving her a turkey leg, and she was good.
Yeah. You got some fish and chips from Rose and Crown.
That was later.
So
because I pouted at that point because I was pissed about Frozen.
Well, we went back over to Frozen.
We did Twining.
We did Twining's Tea House. We did a bunch of countries. We went over to Frozen again. Yeah, well, I think we
No, we were still doing the countries. We went over because we missed a lot of like reporting on the countries and stuff. Like
we walked back and forth like 3 or 4 times.
We walked back and forth. Area. We spent a little area over in the United Kingdom, which I absolutely love. We didn't go to the back, which I'm upset about. Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like, you cannot do it all.
It's impossible.
And so what happened with us is we stopped in United Kingdom. We stopped to have fish and chips, and we had a choice to make. We were like, all right, do we want to try to do Frozen again? It's only a 45-minute wait again because it was back up and running.
Yeah.
what do we want to do? So we headed over to Frozen, and it said 45 minutes, and it was a bullshit fucking lie.
Those people are liars.
I've never had an experience like that. We were outside before you even hit the queue for 25 minutes.
Yeah, already for a half hour. We were there. They're claiming it was the same time. And
was not.
At one point, it wasn't even moving. We were getting tired. And I think this was right around 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Fireworks were set for 9. And I think I looked at you and I was like, we got a big day ahead of us.
Yeah.
If we're going to do this,
we're out.
Because here's the other downfall. We were staying at a resort that the only way to get back is a bus or Uber.
Yeah.
We were not staying at a Skyliner resort. So we needed to exit at the front of the park.
Yeah, and keep in mind we're at Frozen, which is
we're at one of the furthest.
Way.
Yeah, we're at one of the furthest points geographically. So we waited in line for a half hour, and I think it was one of those things. It was a judgment call. It was like, well, what do we want to do? And we made the call to do. We made the call to leave. We left.
So what I will say is, too, unfortunately, what happened to us is all those people who got burned because they paid for their lightning lanes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And all those people who were like us who got a free lightning lane.
Yeah.
Were utilizing them at what felt like that time.
Yeah.
So what happens in a situation like that is the line may say...
If a ride goes down.
So if a ride goes down and you have a free Fast Pass, my hack is save your Fast Pass. If you've done everything you wanted to do for the day and you really wanted to go on this, it is 75% gonna go back up.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes, hopefully.
It's 75% gonna go back up. Because what happens is people are going to use their lightning lane last minute because they are the people who have already housed their spot for their fireworks.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, let's go bang, 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 bang. And so it just was a mess. So we made the executive decision to leave. It kind of sucked. I was totally bummed that I didn't get to do Frozen. But again, you can't do it all.
You can't. But here's the downfall of it. In a perfect world where we didn't waste our time initially waiting for Frozen and then re-waiting for Frozen and then even with the lightning lane multi-pass, still waited 45 minutes at Remy.
Yeah.
So when you total all that together, that's like, an hour and a half that we almost 2 hours that we could have delegated, like going and seeing some more country. And we did see every country.
Yeah, we did.
We did walk through Canada. We walked it. Did we really delve in as deep as I would want to? No, unfortunately, that's impossible. And my advice is always, if you're going to go to Epcot, do it for 2 days. Spend a day in the country. Really get in there. And then go over and spend a day over in the other. And then you can dip in and like dip out and like do whatever. But it's God, you could have a 14-hour day and it's still not enough. Like Epcot is so big.
There are also massive amounts of characters here.
Oh, yeah.
That we didn't even touch.
Mary Poppins.
Oh my God. So many.
Who?
Mulan is here.
Oh, yeah.
And
yep.
Belle is here.
Yep.
And Aurora is here. They are all here. Epcot is a huge...
We didn't even cover Akershoots. Like you could have a character breakfast with all the princesses.
Well, that is a way to cover.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. But
so when we were done, we made the executive. We did have a hot conversation with our daughter, and we were like, "Baby, we have a big day tomorrow." She gave us a little bit of protest for maybe 2 minutes, and then kind of came to her senses and realized, like, I'm also exhausted.
Yeah.
So we walked out, and we got to see a beautiful show on the Epcot ball.
The Beacon of Magic.
It was beautiful.
It was released December 5th, 2023. Yeah, it was
beautiful.
It was part of the 50th anniversary coming to life celebration and everything else. And to actually see it and like like the melting and stuff like that. And it was gorgeous because we were right underneath it as we're at it. And the crazy thing is what was happening as we were leaving.
People were coming in.
Oh my God. All the people with their wine and dine medals and everything else, which we didn't even talk about that. All the marathon people with their medals. I was so proud of all of them.
We congratulated so many people.
So many people so proud doing like multi-medals and like, like doing all the races. Maybe someday I will do it, but I was so proud of all of them. They were getting special pins.
Yep.
They were coming into the park.
Yep.
And I was like, it is 10 minutes to 9, which
Yeah.
they'll let you in the park. It's not
Yep.
closed. And we were able to get right on a bus
Yeah.
and say goodbye to Epcot.
Yeah. It was sad.
Yeah.
It was sad to go. I was super sad to leave Epcot. The people with their medals was very inspiring. From the moment we got to the park in the morning to the moment we left, we congratulated so many people to see people. And they were so genuinely happy when you were like, congratulations. And they were like,
Is that where you bought that wine glass?
no, this one's old from the
But you did buy a wine
I
glass.
did buy a wine
Oh,
glass.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you
I
bought
did.
the new one, right?
I bought the new one.
Yeah.
Yep.
You went into Connections.
I should have bought one in the crystal store stupidly. So my other hack is if you see something,
Oh, yeah.
if you see something at Disney in a shop that you like, please don't say to yourself like me, oh, I'll just come back. Because guess what?
Everybody's hack.
You will not come back.
You won't. And you won't see it anywhere
And you
else.
won't see it ever again. If you see something that you like, and even if it's a gut reaction, like me, I love wine glasses. I love, I love spirit jerseys.
Where's my vodka?
Where's my vodka? Just buy it.
Yeah.
Just buy it.
Yeah.
You're going to spend the money somewhere else, so you might as well just buy it.
Yeah. All in all, I think it was a good day. Did we have some setbacks? Yes, we did. Was the weather a setback? Yeah. We knew the rain. And again, we knew the rain was going to come. It's always a possibility. Always bring ponchos. Always cover your shit. Like,
Yeah.
always have a poncho in your lounge fly or in your
Yeah.
backpack. Always know you're 1 second away from it. It could be so sunny
We
and
will
beautiful.
talk about that
It could be
next time.
sunny and beautiful, and then next second it could be a torrential downpour. So just always be prepared, right?
Yep. I think that's it.
That's
Was
it.
day?
Next week is going to be our last week on this one. We're going to do our Magic Kingdom Beacon Barrel
And Starlight Parade.
Starlight Parade review. So this was a long one.
Sorry. I feel like
It's
I
okay.
talked about nothing.
Hey, we made up for last week. This was we combined them. Like we did do our episode last week. I just decided to combine it.
Oh, that's why it's an hour and a half long.
That's it. So anything else, Nick?
No, that's it.
Hey, I love you. Until next time, stay classy, Disney.
And thanks for stopping by.